working the upper thorax is a very important area to consider for shoulder problems and also neck problems, as well as local adhesion patterns and local pain problems that can occur in this area itself. As we know, neck movement relies on movement of the vertebra all the way down to T4 in between the shoulder blades. So ribs and tissues that aren't moving well in this area can force movement higher up into the neck and create problems. And likewise, shoulder movement relies on good mobility of the ribs and the tissues in this region. So a very important area to address. Thinking about our different layers, from the superficial fascia, I can get a feel of how well it's moving and gliding, and it feels to me like it picks up quite well on this right hand side, slightly less well on the left, although both are moving reasonably well at a superficial level. Sinking into the muscles underneath, where we have our erector spinae muscles, middle trapezius and rhomboids coming across, I can feel that there is a bit less glide and movement on the left compared to the right. And then I can sink in underneath the muscles and tissues and try and give myself an idea of how well the ribs are moving underneath, either with springing through the thumbs or through the palms. And again, I can feel that these ribs on the left hand side aren't springing and moving as well. In order to treat this area, I can start with nice longitudinal strokes with a supported thumb works well, and just see how well the tissue at a superficial and a deep level moves. Superiorly, focusing into erector spinae, again comparing that to inferior glide, and it feels here that everything glides a bit better inferiorly than it does superiorly. And thinking about the rhomboids, thinking about a layer deeper, so we have our rhomboids coming across in this direction here. I can sink in from the spinous processes underneath the rectors, middle trapezius, and follow what I feel is fibres travelling in this direction, and effectively seeing where this tightness is coming from, either in the superficial fascia or in these different layers. And then finally, coming in to address the ribs. Straightforward compression works really well here, so with an elbow, this type of contact in the upper forearm and elbow, I can just sink straight down through the muscles and almost work around in between the ribs and just apply direct compression straight down. I can use breath. Chris, take a breath in and out. And repeat that all the way down as far as necessary. So thinking about different layers of tissue, thinking about the superficial fascia, thinking about the glide and movement in the different muscles that we have here, from erector spinae running in this direction, middle trapezius and rhomboids running in a more horizontal direction. And then finally the give and the movement in the ribs underneath.